Let's see here. Oh shoot, she got some perk ups. Hmm. Yep. And apparently I got some too. And I get a perk. Plasma damage received. Yep. Okay, what do we got? Where are we at? Oh, this is next area transitions. Oh boy. I'm using this slogan at work, and I'm eventually going to have that whole company saying it. And it's going to be funny. Why does this place look very familiar to some Borderlands stuff? This is Space Borderlands now. 4, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe. Oh, man. Y'all reading this right? Hague S. Possession of anti-UDL communications. This is a prison. N. Williams T. Inciting violence. N. Black M. Random selection. Black man. Wow. I know what's going on. I know it's some bullshit. I couldn't agree more.
Great.
Oh, yeah. I got my rock and roller. Defense force. Definitely ain't got to worry about ammo in this game. Get some. That guy had some N-ray stuff. I don't know where y'all shooting me from.
That's the last of us.
Piles. Piles. You were hiding over here, weren't you, buddy? All day some more over there, huh? Do I wish to explore the area further? Yes. Do I know that this game's been lopsided? As far as everything being not so hard, and now everything being hard as shit. Not really hard, but I can die a lot easier. A whole lot easier. You know what? $240. Okay. Melody.
I'm working as fast as I can, all right? If y'all would quit bothering me, I'd get this done sooner. Is that a joke? Y'all call me out to fix the FPS and now you're asking me who I am? Forced pacification system. If the prisoners riot, we gas them. It went a little haywire after the last deployment, so here I am. Anyway, I need to finish this, so get out of here, will you?
Hmm.
What?
All right. Back on the ginger candies. Call this one a hunch. Huh, there's a hole over here anyways.
What? Of course. Why? Well, we don't always get what we want. Go on. Let me do my job. Fixing the FPS system. FPS system. It's redundant, Melody. Can you just let me work? I'm almost done.
Huh. Borscht. Okay, so I guess that ain't happening. That'd have been convenient. There's not going to be any easy way around this. So I pop over this horizon. Alright. Just wondering where you two were at.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Get Stellar Base on it. Hey guys. Freaking Iconoclasts are on my side with this. Come on, I'm not trying to sit here and... That's too cool. Huh. My man. It's like every faction that I've worked with is backing me up in this place. You know what? '84. Leadership skills, 9 yell step. Damn. Hate to do that. That may help out quite a bit. These guys seem to hold their own a lot better than I've been, so maybe it's time for me an upgrade. Alright. Looks like that's the way I gotta go, and that's where all the enemies are at. So let's start out going the other way first. What's this way? What? What have I found? This was straight up and around the back, wasn't it? I wanted to go the stealth way. My idea of stealth went right out the damn window. Glacier water. About to get serious. Even if I had somebody with this, it's hitting me. You know what? That would probably do me good. $74. $160. I have a feeling this is one of them places I could have easily snuck around. No. Maybe a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Oil looks just so much like oil in this. Leaking fluids. They didn't just make it wet, they made that shit look like you got texture to the floor and everything with it. I'll give them that. That was probably one of the cleanest details of this game. And look at it. Along with some a bit of reflectiveness. So there's reflection to it in some spots, but I mean, look, that looks like freaking oil. Pretty decent. Oh wow, I'm in this place. I'm in this place and there's nothing cool to play with. back out here. Seems the iconoclasts have cleared out the riffraff.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and fight!
Don't mess with us. Everyone all right?
These guys are all about being against the board. That's the ammo that I wanted. MSI ammo. you guys finally made it down here. Still can't believe half the carnage that just happened here. That's sealed. Yeah, I don't know about this space ray. Damn. Alright. No. Why'd you have to trade me out there? You there. Mind control ray's alright, but it ain't nothing to write home about. Let's repair all my stuff. Let's get after it.
Really doing this, huh?
Take a breath now, folks. Once we're up there, I suspect we ain't gonna have time to stop shooting.
Oh boy. We can just go ahead and save it right now. Alright.
After all you've done, all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me,
You.
your misguided crusade has doomed Halcyon. Idiot! I'm not the one marching to my death in a maximum security prison. In any other circumstance, I'd admire your boldness. In this one, however, I have only 2 words for you. Fuck off.
Kiss my dick.
No call for... You unbelievable bastard.
Yes, I am.
Sophia should be the one wasting her time with you, but you killed her. I'll have you hanged, quartered, bankrupted.
Bankrupted.
Thankfully, you're in a prison already. Find the nearest cell and wait until I'm done here. Then I'll drag you to the executioner myself. Is that what you think you're doing? This path of wanton societal disruption? You call that being a savior? I call it sabotage. You know what saboteurs get, Captain? Summary executions. In the next room is the finest automechanical purveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch the paint with your skull. It was fucking expensive.
Huh.
Absolutely not. Akande was always the sociable one, not me. Need I repeat the magic 2 words?
Let me know what it was. Actually, I don't have any other shock things. I have everything. Huh.
You make it look so easy.
I wish I could do that.
Okay. My hacking skill's too low, huh? Hacking skills way too low.
Sorry, won't work. That's not possible.
Okay, moving out.
On my way. What's up?
Something you need?
Okay. Let's go ahead and save it. Because now we are about to get into it.
Covering you!
Smack the shit out of that drone. Fucking me up. These damn things were absolutely everywhere. Okay. That seemed to be functional.
Seems to be Halcyon after all.
Get me out of here!
You don't know how glad I am to see you.
Huh.
You lunatic. You broke into the board's own fortress and killed the chairman just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. All in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life.
Everybody
There's
was
still
backing
so
me too.
much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon.
There's more.
I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option.
Holy shit.
We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, certainly. I'll help however I can. I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. I don't even know if Earth exists anymore. We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We're completely alone out here. You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. Whatever happened to Earth likely happened to them. I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation.
Let's get the crazy out of the bag.
Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours.
Fair enough.
Thank you. Perhaps in time I'll learn to forgive myself.
Yeah.
My apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now. If you have any more questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
What are you doing? What are you doing, huh, bud? Oh! He's turning me. He's in the broadcast. He wanted to be on camera.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path.
Go.
You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to leave this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together.
Whoa.
The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own.
Hey.
She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker. And Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope.
Neat.
Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Well, that's neat. Pretty decent game. Think it could have had a little bit more to it. I think there's more that can be done with it as far as it being a longer game. More things to do. I mean, more expansive, more planets. But structural and gameplay wise, absolutely excellent. I enjoyed it. Well, guys, y'all take it easy. I'll have something else going on tomorrow.